Right then, this is Sharky from Shar-Kade. So I'm at home. I'm currently in the garage. I'm building a bar at the moment. So what I've went with, just the solid MDF frame. I wasn't too keen on using MDF. Obviously, if it's a bar, it's going to get wet, stuff like that. But I do have some nice coverings to go over the front, which the front itself isn't going to get wet. The top piece is going to be sealed. So we've got some nice speckled acrylic on the top. So we've got this nice silver speckle effect acrylic that's going on the top, and that's all going to be sealed as well, silicon sealed and stuff like that. So that's going to be quite nice. It's gonna look smart once it's finished. So I went with some nice thick timber frame. Left it a bit rough rather than having it all nice neat joins and stuff like that. I've left it with a bit of roughness look to it. Then what I've done is I've burnt wood it. So I went round with a blowtorch there, burnt all the wood and that. Then what I'll do is I'll give it a light sand, see what the effect is like once it's been light sanded. Then I might just go over it again, give it another heavy burn right the way through, so you get to see all these knots and stuff like that in it, all the grain going throughout. The bottom, I think the bottom's perfect. It is a bit of a process. It's the first time I've properly done it. My old man done the last one, the last burn wood effect, but he's done it for years. So I thought I'd give it a try. The wood effect has come out great, and it's all to do with your grain really. It's just burning it right so the grain shows up. There's a few bits I will go over it again. Like I say, I'll give it a light sand, go over it again, and then really bring out some of that grain. I might have went a bit heavy on these bits, but I think it's all right. Like I say, I'll give it a light sand, go over it again and stuff. So this is going to have a metal front. We're actually in Hidokins at the moment. We're doing the back wall. We're getting rid of the driving sim for a bit. We're doing the back wall and everything. That's all metalled. I'm waiting on some new metal coming in so I can get that mounted. And then I'm gonna metal the front of this as well. And then, like I say, that nice black acrylic top. And I've left just enough gap so you've got a bit of a overlap. Then I'll seal all this off so you get a nice curve. Gives it a nice effect. It looks smart, and it's going to look a lot smarter once it's finished, man. But yeah, I've been spending the whole day with my dad, getting this sorted. Nearly had myself with a circular saw. It kicked back, nearly had me leg. So yeah, all fun and games. But yeah, it'll look nice once it's cleaned up. I'm not taking the film off yet, but that speckle star looks smart. I've got some cool signs I'm going to be doing. Don't want to give away what I'm doing yet properly, but I've got a cool ass sign that I'm doing. I've got some little, you might have seen a couple of things on Facebook as well. I've made a couple of little things as well, and some other stuff. So yeah, I've got some good ideas coming in. Happy Father's Day, dude. Cheers, J-Rod, mate. So yeah, not a lot left to do. I do have a varnish, but it's a light varnish. Basically, it'll keep all the colour. It'll darken it slightly. So the light areas will slightly darken it, give it that real natural wood effect with a nice finish, and it'll also protect it as well. So I've got a nice varnish to go over it. Somewhere I'll dig it out, but I do have quite a bit left of that. I've got to do a shelf, but I might have to do the shelf out of another material, because it will get wet under there, and I don't want it to be MDF. MDF will just soak it up. I might treat the inside as well, just in case any backsplashes, stuff like that. Surface mount, water on MDF isn't too bad. It's when it gets in the sides. So what I'll do is just give it a coat, some sort of PVA, and then a gloss coat or something on the inside, just to protect the MDF. I don't like using the standard MDF stuff as well. It's not my favorite material. It's crap basically. It's not long lasting unless you look after it. So if you look after it and you build it well and then treat it well before you finish your product, it's fine. That's why I prefer using the melamine moisture resistant stuff. But I didn't want to spend too much on making a fucking bar. You know what I mean? I didn't want to put too much money into making a bar and stuff. I wanted to do it on a cheap but have a nice finish. So like I say, the wall grid metal stuff that I've got, it's actually shed roof sheeting, and it looks smart. It's just fin tin, gunmetal fin tin. It looks nice. So once that comes, the rest of it comes Wednesday. I'll get that finished and stuff. I'll get all that screwed in and finished, and it'll look really nice once it's done. Then I've got some LEDs coming as well. I've got the neon strip LEDs. Those I've got them up in the synthwave room in the arcade, going around the door. It's a really fine strips which look nice. And I've got some LED effects I'm working with as well on the further back wall and stuff like that. And I do have over in the corner here some diamond plate steps as well, but I've asked the landlord, I'm going to see if he'll let us nick 2 of these because he's not needing them. But they are diamond plates, heavy solid steel diamond plate. They'll work perfect for shelves. They'll be nice shelving, and they're extremely heavy, so I'd have to make sure they're well mounted. But the nice diamond plate that need a good scrubbing, good clean wire brushing, stuff like that. But I think the rustic look of those heavy duty metal steps would work out really well as some metal shelving. So fingers crossed the landlord says I can have them, because I don't fancy paying out for those. They're not going to be cheap, you know what I mean? So hopefully, and I know he doesn't need them, so hopefully let us nick a couple of them, which will work really nice for the project I'm working on. Builds at the moment, I've went in the day, done some finishes on that shark shooter. I'm going to try and get that fully finished tomorrow, and then next week I'm going to try and get 3 to 4 units started next week. I've still got the GTA and Day of the Dead one up the other shop at the moment, boxed up. I'm waiting on a shipping quote for that. That's got to go sea freight, so I'm waiting for that to be sorted and that collected. So hopefully that gets rid of next week. But yeah, it's going to look nice, man. Like I say, I've done the burn wood. I may just go over quick sand, not a flash over, and then tomorrow afternoon I might just give it a nice varnish, and then I'll just have to wait till Wednesday to finish off the other bits and pieces. The acrylic top, I do have another piece to go on this end, and then I'm going to have a bead going through, and it all sealed. But I'll laser cut that tomorrow. I was just going to saw cut it, but if I make a mistake and it cracks, which acrylic can crack on a jigsaw, it's going to cost us, and this stuff isn't cheap. But I'll just throw through the laser cutter tomorrow. It's just, I get impatient. I want to get stuff done now. You know what I mean? I like to get things done, finished straight away. But yeah, it's going to look really nice, like I say, once it's all done, man. But yeah, I'm okay, Andy, mate. How's yourself, dude? But yeah, I just like burning stuff as well. I really enjoyed using this. I like setting things on fire and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty neat to work with, and it's cool the way you start seeing it progress as you're burning it. It really brings out the wood grain and stuff. It's smart. I quite like it. It's therapeutic. to work with. But I suppose if you keep doing it and going over, you end up putting too much. So I think, like I say, I'll give it a light sand, go over it again, and leave it at that. Like, because I think when you start doing too much, you end up ruining what you're doing. So, and at the moment, it looks smart. So, yeah, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the videos, hit that notification bell. I'll keep you updated through the week as much as I can. I'll try and get some live streams done. I was also thinking of live streaming some of the product stuff like that, maybe on a loop. Just because at the moment I'm extremely busy with everything else. I've just got so much going on. So I'm mental busy all the time. I never stop. I've been, like I said, I've been working all weekend, and I've even today, Father's Day, I'm working. You know what I mean? Arsonist, yeah. I used to love it as a kid. I used to love setting fires. I'm a proper firebug, and love going camping, making fires and stuff. So yeah, as long as it doesn't get us in trouble with the law, I'm all right. Like, but yeah. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the videos, hit that notification bell, and I'll keep you all updated. Catch us later. Bye.